What a good looking crowd. Hello. Where are you from? Yes, you. Where are you from?
Brighton.
You're from Brighton?
Yes.
Oh, your English is fantastic.
Thank you.
Anyway, let's get started. Now, while I was sitting there, actually, I was having an argument on Instagram. I was arguing with a hater, and they said, it wasn't really something they said. They sent me a picture of my house from Google Maps, and it had my full address as a caption. And I think it was meant to be a threat, but I responded to him, am I supposed to be impressed? I already know where I live, you fucking idiot. So I haven't heard back since, so I think I won. He might be there when I get home, we'll see. If I don't come back, you know what's happening. Yes, life has a way, getting very profound now, life has a way of pissing on your plans, doesn't it? You've still got gleam in your eye, you're not depressed yet. I'll get you eventually. So, I've been doing a lot of gym recently, finally making progress, been going every single day, making my meals from scratch, okay, and I'm starting to see those abs coming through. And then you get an email in your inbox that says, you actually got that job you applied for, we'll see you on Monday at 9 a.m. I think that's incredibly rude, that doesn't accommodate for my 15 hours sleep. see you at 9 a.m, no you won't. I've actually had a very rocky history with jobs. So my first one, not long ago, I was, not my first job, but first in a long line of failures, we'll get into it. I was a cook. And I had to quit due to burnout. I was working in a kitchen not too far from here, and it was really stressful, okay? No one tells you how stressful being a cook is, okay? Have you ever cooked 500 pounds of meth at once? No. I don't know why I chose you, it's not.
That's fine, it's not so much of a weird thing.
I see I found the right audience. Okay, so that was a failure, unfortunately. Had to leave that one. Before that, I was working at Mattress Man, selling mattresses, and I was actually too good a salesman, arguably, because I was doing a demo for a client. I got into the bed to show them how comfy it was. I said, look, you fall right asleep. I woke up 20 minutes later with a dismissal letter tucked under the pillow next to me. And I thought, well, when I was a kid, the tooth fairy only used to be £1. And actually, here I've got a month's severance pay, so this is an upgrade. So I was doing Mattress Man before that. I was trained to be a masseur. That did not last long at all. I was trained to be a masseur. It turns out you actually need consent from the victim, the client. You need consent before you start rubbing them up and down. Good to know, court on Thursday. So, I was a masseur. Before that, I was an accountant. They used to send me around the country checking that clients were being honest with their stocks and they had what they said they had. But then there was an anonymous complaint. I was working there for 8 months, and then they get this complaint that I'm not dressed appropriately for the job when I go to audit people. Sorry, I'm getting a little hot. I'm just going to take a photo. I still have absolutely no idea where that complaint is. Absolutely no clue. Any ideas? I'll hit the bar after. So there was that one. This isn't even my first go at trying to be a comedian. The last venue that I did gigs at, I had a disagreement with the manager because he said to me, Henry, you can't keep saying these offensive jokes, you're going to get done for hate speech. I said, Colin, which wasn't a good start, his name's Gary. I said, Colin, if it's hate speech, then why do I love saying these things? And he said, but Henry, you can't drop a slur in the middle of your routine. I said, slur? I think you'll find I said that very clearly, actually. So, we parted amicably. We just had different views. I think comedy's subjective. He thinks it's objective. Something about zero ticket sales being bad for business. Go figure. So we parted amicably. It is a shame that the theatre security took his side. As did the police. So there was that, and that kind of put an end to it. I'm starting to think my interview technique is also going downhill, because I'm not hearing back. I'm facing more and more rejection, which is really disheartening. Okay, I'm already getting that on Hinge and Tinder. I don't need LinkedIn ghosting me as well. Okay, so I've been facing some issues. I applied for a job at Tesco the other day. As a shop floor supervisor was the title of the position, and I went in. I thought I was prepared. They said, "Have you got any experience supervising a shop floor?" And I thought I nailed this. I said, yes, loads. Okay, every shop I go into, the floor is perfectly behaved. Didn't get the job, shocker. After that, I did an interview at a pharmaceutical company as well. And they said, well, have you got much experience with drug testing? I said, well, I was actually asked to leave that one because it turns out they didn't want me to list my top 3 and why it was cocaine, fentanyl, heroin, all the upsides. So that wasn't a career for me, evidently. So in my unemployment, I've been filling in time. I've been watching some classic movies, catching up. So has anyone here seen E.T.? Okay, good. That makes the next joke a lot easier. So I think I had this thought though, because I watched E.T. and I had this thought that it probably wouldn't, it hasn't, you know, if you tried to make it again in the modern day, it probably wouldn't be great, okay? An alien comes down, he makes friends with a small American boy, okay? And that's considered family entertainment apparently. And I just think that if it was set in the modern day, E.T. would probably just get shot by ICE agents because he illegally immigrated through the stratosphere. You know, if he reached for a phone to call home, they'd be like, he's reaching to open fire. So there's that. I don't think E.T. would work in the modern day. I've also, has anyone here seen Pretty Woman? Okay, Pretty Woman, thank you. This joke's for you, you're the only one. Okay, so Pretty Woman. It's about this guy, and he hires a prostitute, essentially, and he gives her loads and loads of money. He gives her some luxury accommodation. He gives her nice clothes and jewelry. She's not allowed to talk to anyone about the arrangement. It's sounding suspiciously like some files that we've been hearing about in the news recently. So, again, Pretty Woman, not sure that will work in the but I've also been doing I've been hitting the gym in my fun employment. So, I've been hitting the gym a lot. I've been online, they tell you all these perks though. They say you're gonna consume all this protein, you'll get more abs than you can count. All the girls will be attracted to you. They don't tell you about the protein farts though. Okay, and I think we need to be more open about this. My part certainly is. Now, we need to be more open about this because protein farts, they are deadly. I went to the cinema the other day, okay, and I went to the cinema the other day, and when I got up to leave at the end after 2 hours, I actually melted a hole in the luxury leather recliner that I've been sitting on. Not so luxury now, I thought. As I was leaving, a cleaner was coming in, and he had a face mask on, like the COVID face mask. And I thought, honestly, good luck, mate. You're going to need it. Because whatever chemicals are on that chair are more deadly than any strain of COVID ever was. Honestly. And I've been trying to get into dating as well, but the problem is that with these farts, you have to hold it in. You can't let that out on the first date. So I have to hold it in, but when I get home, the aftermath is just, it's ungodly. It's ungodly. There's no other way of describing it. Okay? It's honestly, imagine the sound of a Gatling gun combined with the smell of a napalm strike. It's horrible. I think the military could honestly employ me as a one-man task force. Just send me out to the Middle East, assuming they can fund all my protein, or sort the thing out right away. The problem is, I think I might need to get tested for IBS given these outcomes. I don't want to do that, alright, because it seems to me that every person I meet who has IBS, they want to tell you about it, but that's not a good look for the crowd, okay? I was working in London a couple of years back, and in the company there was this colleague I had, let's call her Lisa. I didn't know her name, so I'm going to give her that name. So Lisa comes up to me, and the first thing she says to me is, "I'm Lisa. Oh, I've got IBS." And I thought, do you want to save that, table it for the meeting when we do a fun fact about each other? But no, that was the first thing she said. So there's that. I don't want to be lumped in with a crowd that does that, where they come up and tell you they shit themselves. But also, I think I would lose my moral high ground that I currently have over my sworn enemies, okay, which are lactose intolerant people and babies. And because babies, I had this experience with babies not long ago. I was on it's actually lactose related as well. I was on a train, and this woman decided to breastfeed her child. This was in Berlin. I thought breastfeeding would be awesome, by the way. It's not. I was on a train in Berlin, and this woman, she gets ready, she starts breastfeeding her child. He looked about 37. And anyway, he's a really little bastard. He's gulping down. Relax, mate. It's all for you. He was gulping it down, and the problem is he goes too fast, right? So he starts choking, and he spits it out all over my coat. And honestly, when we arrived at the next station, it was like a scene from The Flash. That you see a man just sprinting at his light speed. If The Flash was covered in breast milk, I guess, and baby saliva. But anyway, so that sucked. Honestly, I think people are way too comfortable on trains, and I saw an article a couple of days ago about a man who was caught masturbating repeatedly on trains. The article though, and I'm not sure if this was intentional, it said that he was caught red-handed. Red-handed, you say? Now, if his hand is red, I would hate to see the state of his penis. Because that has got to be some incredible speed right there. Honestly, the friction burns, just imagine. It's going to look like a pepperami. Honestly. So I think with that speed, honestly, get him in Ripley's Believe It or Not. That's insane stuff, insane. But that's about all I prepped for tonight. My ankle tag is going to start buzzing in a minute, so I best wrap it up. But thank you very much. I am on Instagram. The Instagram is Henry Maine, Maine with an E on the end, like the American state. So please drop a follow. That's the shameless plug over. Have a good night. Thank you very much, everyone.